We're here to report this afternoon on the tropical storm and the effect it's had on the MTA. Extreme weather conditions have led to service changes across the MTA network. What do I mean by extreme conditions? Gusts up to 75 miles an hour around the Cross Bay Bridge and around 71 miles an hour in the last hour or so at the Verrazano Narrows Bridge. Let me summarize some of the changes and then my colleagues will talk in more detail. Subway service on above-ground lines has been temporarily suspended. The Verrazano Narrows Bridge has been closed in its entirety. Service on Metro North is suspended on all three lines, the Hudson, Harlem, and New Haven lines, as a result of downed trees and a possible signal issue. And the Long Island Railroad has suspended service on all branches. The MTA has protocols and policies in place for weather events. Those policies and protocols are being followed. They're designed to protect the public and our employees. The Emergency Operations Center at the MTA here at 2 Broadway has been open 24/7, receiving weather updates and reports from all agencies. Crews have been pre-positioned to handle downed trees and other conditions. Recovery work is already underway where conditions allow that work to be done safely. I want to thank the Subway, Bus, Long Island Railroad, Metro North, and Bridge and Tunnels crews for being out in this weather and working to restore service. Largely, the problem in this storm is downed trees and high winds, as I just described, on the Verrazano and Cross Bay bridges. Trees are down in a number of situations: subways, Long Island Railroad, and Metro North. Lastly, as you know, the MTA has requested $12 billion in funding as a result of pandemic-caused financial tsunami. One of the many things that federal funding will pay for is pre-storm preparation, staging, and precautionary actions, and post-storm recovery for the remainder of 2020 and through the end of 2021. I'm talking about storms exactly like this one. It is one of many reasons why we're requesting from the Congress and the administration $12 billion in funding for the remainder of this year and 2021. And with that, I'll turn it over to the Chief Operating Officer, Mario Pellequin.
Thank you, Pat. Let me jump right in with some significant service change information. These stems from high wind conditions, which are expected to be in excess of 70 miles per hour. The MTA monitor wind speed constantly at all our bridges, so our data is real time. The Verrazano Bridge is now closed. It will remain closed to all car and bus traffic until conditions are deemed safe for it to reopen. The ban on tractor trailers is also now in effect at the Throgsneck Bridge, Whitestone Bridge, and the speed limit on the RFK is now 10 miles per hour. Other bridges may also see closures, so we urge all our customers to monitor for updates. All Metro North service, as Pat said, is currently suspended until further notice due to dangerously high winds. We're alerting customers on all channels and bringing trains back to Grand Central as we speak. We're working to clear tracks as quickly as we can. Long Island Railroad service is also suspended at this time. This is due to local power outages on Long Island, downed trees, and downed utility poles. Check My MTA app or the newly updated LIRR Train Time app for more information. While the New York City subway is suspended on all elevated lines, as Chairman Foyd said, we're keeping trains in position to restore service as quickly or as soon as conditions allow. Safety will remain our top priority throughout the storm. Please continue to check our real-time service channels on social media and mta.info as circumstances are changing quickly. And now I'd like to turn it over to NYC Transit Interim President Sarah Feinberg.
Thanks, Mario. So as others have said, in the last hour, a little more than an hour ago, we suspended some of your outdoor subway service. That's due to having multiple trees down on multiple lines, branches, as well as large amounts of debris on multiple lines. We were seeing sustained winds over 40 miles per hour, which triggers for us some protocols that tell us that it's no longer safe for customers to be on elevated structures. We had those sustained winds of over 40 miles per hour in multiple locations. And then, as Pat said, also seeing gusts in the high 60s and low to mid 70s. Just in the latest reports we're seeing, it seems that we may be getting to the other side of that. And so as winds die down, we will be able to reopen outdoor service. In some locations where winds were not high, we were not forced to close down outdoor service. And as soon as the trees and debris are removed, we'll obviously be back to full service, which may take some time given the number of trees and branches that are down and fences and other debris. Eager to be back to full service as soon as possible, obviously, but we'll only do that when it's safe to do so. We are monitoring the weather reports closely. Grateful, very grateful to my team that's been preparing for this storm for days now, and we'll continue to keep customers updated in real time. Bus service continues to operate smoothly. I'll turn it over to Craig for his comments.
Thank you, Sarah. So buses are not at significant risk due to wind, so we are continuing to provide service throughout the city, albeit with expected weather-related delays. We do have various routes on detour due to downed trees, and as Mario had said, we encourage our customers to use the My MTA app and leave extra time for travel. We do have one major issue I'd like to highlight here. It's that the combined suspension of the Staten Island Ferry with the closing of the Verrazano Bridge. Therefore, downtown express buses will use the Holland Tunnel and the Bayonne Bridge, and our Midtown buses will continue to use the Lincoln Tunnel to and from Staten Island. The S53 and S79 local buses have suspended service until the Verrazano Bridge reopens. Staten Island trips to Brooklyn will terminate at the foot of the bridge. For our paratransit customers on Staten Island, they will be transported via New Jersey and can expect delays. We continue to see cancellations on paratransit and are proactively reaching out to our customers regarding their scheduled trips. I'd like to hand it back to Pat. Thank you.
And we're going to go to a questioning from Clayton Gusa of the Daily News, who joins us via Zoom. Clayton.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
Hello?
we do.
Okay, great. Do you guys know how many downed trees, or at least how many downed trees you guys have on subway tracks, Metro North tracks, Long Island tracks right now?
Clayton, we'll come back to you with that number. Don't have a number now.
Yeah,
Sarah?
I mean, I'll just say that two more reports in the last 5 minutes while we're sitting here. So it's literally happening in real time, and we're all getting the texts as we sit here, and at the same time, crews are able to remove trees. So the number changes by the moment.
So we'll
Okay.
come back to you,
Subways,
Clayton, with the number when the incident's over.
Yeah. Okay. And then on lines where you don't have, that are not obstructed by downed trees, are you still running trains and light service? I got a memo that says that you are, just not allowing passengers on. So are trains still moving above ground just without passengers?
So where there are not trees, debris, branches, and where winds are at the dangerous tipping point, we were running light trains to position them back to the terminal, and then as winds die down, they would come back. Is that any questions?
Then I know this is mostly a wind event, Pat, but is there any sign that there's any flooding in any of the East River tunnels? Is Canarsie getting hit at all? Is there any sign of that?
The answer is no.
And then when it comes to, I'm just confused a little bit about the 10-mile-an-hour speed limit on the Triborough. How is that going to be enforced? And is there a chance people get ticketed if they boost that speed limit trying to get off the bridge?
So we have 4 phases for closing or reducing operations on bridges. And we impose a speed limit when the sustained wind or wind gusts warrant that for safety. And then we have bridges and tunnels officers out there that monitor speed as they do every day. So they will take action if they have to, but there's a lot of advertising out there on the signs and so on to inform people that it's for their safety.
Yeah, that's all I have for now. Thanks, everyone.
Okay, and everybody here is going to get back to work. We'll update when developments warrant. Thanks, everybody. Thank you.